Alright guys, this is the Core i7-7700K, an older CPU. I'm going to be delidding it with a Rocket Cool delidding tool. I don't think they make them anymore, but I thought this would be a cool video for you guys to watch. Me showing you delidding a CPU. This is an old one that is still running in a system now, so we're going to see how it works. But let's get into that video. So as you can see, this is a special copper IHS. I'm going to be using this little bracket right here. This little bracket is for taking it apart. We're going to put it in the little jig. There's a little triangle hole that matches up so you don't mess it up right there. So I got to match both sides up. And then it has a little space in the middle, so the bottom, so the board parts, little PCBs won't go through, and the little transistors and everything. Locks it in. A little magnet right there, not a magnet, but a little push bracket, so when the screw hits it, it pushes it, and it's going to delid the CPU. It's going to push the IHS off the CPU. So we put it on there. We're going to put 3 screws in. It's a pretty easy tool, pretty cool. This thing just works amazingly. And since I'm using a copper IHS too, I have, you can see in the back there, I have a yellow and a orange one. I have to use the orange one because that's for the copper one. The yellow one is if I had the original IHS on it. It just helps you line it up. So now we're going to tighten it down so it's feel it nice and tight with my hand. Get my Allen wrench, comes with it, and turn it once. It's done, just like that. I've already done this previously with this black ultra gasket that I put on. I really like it. It works good. And it just helps me so I don't have to worry as much of having the liquid metal leak out as much. I do give a little air hole room, as in I don't put the gasket fully around it. But now the fun part is taking it off and seeing what that liquid metal was doing. It was under a CPU that had the AIO go out on it. So it was running hot for a little bit. So we'll see how this liquid metal looks. Definitely all dried up. Time to put some new liquid metal and clean up the old. As you can see right there. I do, if you can see, it's kind of shiny around that those 3 little traces right there. I have some nail polish on them. But here are the little pieces that I'm going to have to put on to level the CPU here in a minute. I showed you those. There's the copper IHS, fully copper. That's one solid thing of copper. That's what you would put on just like that. And then when you put the IHS back on, it's going to keep it labeled in the correct spot when you put that on. It's going to hold it perfectly in there. So when you glue it back on or you're putting it on, it's going to fit perfectly. So now we got to clean all the paste around it. And I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to use a wooden dowel, wooden stick, so I don't scratch anything, to take some of the gasket sealer that I made on there. So I'm going to use some Q-tips too, with some, like I said, isopropyl alcohol, 91%. And I'm going to clean this up so we can use it. So let's get into cleaning. Alright, now that IHS is all clean, got all that hard, dried up liquid metal on there off, so it's all nice and flat, just flat to the finger touch. I'm going to be getting ready to put it back on the IHS, back on the CPU. So first I'm going to get my little thing down, and we're going to get the orange one because we need the orange one to hold it in place. So we're kind of just going to put it right over it, and it's going to hold it perfectly. So there it goes. Right into place. Make sure that the CPU will fit correctly and hold it without moving. I'm just seeing, making sure I put it wherever it's going to go. It's going to land. Yep, right there perfectly. Won't move. I don't know if this company's not in business anymore, Rocket Cool. I looked online, they have a website and stuff, but I can't figure out if they're still in business. But they make great delidding products back in the day. I know Der Bauer's the new top dog on the list with the AMD Ryzen delidding tools. There's some other brands out there too, but Der Bauer's awesome. I'm just going over this IHS cover one more time. I just want to make sure that it's really clean. Make sure there's nothing left on it. I want to make sure that that thing is nice and just perfect. It's already liquid metal, gets absorbed by the copper, so it decolorizes it. I could be doing that for days. I just want the bulk of it just nice and smooth. And I'm just going to feeling it again, making sure, just scrubbing it really good. And I think it's all good now. It's wiping it all off. And then the fun thing is what we're going to do next. We're going to be getting ready here to be putting the gasket on. We're going to be making that gasket, getting the CPU all nice and clean, because this is going to be the last go ahead, because once that gasket's on there, I'm going to put the liquid metal on and get ready. So here's the gasket. The cap dried, it cracked. It sucks. It's kind of half the tube is kind of right in that part right there is all busted. So that's all dried right there. And then the rest of it's all good still down there. So I'm basically just going to have to poke a hole in it to get the stuff out. And hopefully I can make it where it dries. I don't know what's up with these tubes. Sometimes these tube things just, when you have products in those tubes, they just go bad sometimes. It's annoying. Glue in tubes is just not fun sometimes. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get that wooden dowel. I'm going to go look for another piece that I might need. And if I don't find it, then it doesn't matter because I won't need it. I'm just going to use it anyways. Get back to it. Let's see. Alright, so I got Conductonaut. We're going to be using that. Thermal Grizzly Conductonaut, the best liquid metal possibly, in my opinion, by Der Bauer. Awesome, because he runs Thermal Grizzly with other people. Got my little spreader for my Conductonaut, my liquid metal. We're going to get the gasket ready, so we're all ready, so we can do this like an assembly line. So it's glue, metal, then paste, and put it on and drop. I'm kind of practicing right there, so I make sure I'm in the right areas. When I pick it up, I don't think and kind of like, oh, which side is it? Do I turn it? Do I what? So now I'm going to poke a hole in the thing. Hopefully I can get it working after. Poke a little hole in there. Get the stuff. Now I'm just going to go around the edges. Leave a little gaps, 2 of them, just for air holes. Just to let it breathe a little bit. I'm just painting it around. Doesn't have to be too thick. Just enough where it's going to seal it. Like I said, this isn't a painting class. This is just get it on there. Good enough. And as you can see, I'm going to make like a U shaped. I like the U's. I think, let's see, yep, get some more out of there. Spreading it out, trying to get a clump, so I have to keep going back in there. Just going across. And I did on that CPU too use nail polish on there, a clear nail polish, just to protect it from the liquid metal, the 3 little traces near the CPU, just in case it spills over. A little while after this, I'm going to show you the new stuff I got. Another product by Thermal Grizzly that is for those traces, so you don't have to worry about the liquid metal going to delicate traces or any of the little conductors or anything getting shorted out with the liquid metal. So it's pretty freaking awesome. It's a great little like nail polish almost, but it's meant for it. And I got it back in the day, but I hadn't used it yet because I've delidded the CPU at least, God, 7 times. So this isn't the CPU's first go around. This isn't its first rodeo. I'm gonna shove that in there, paper towel. Hopefully it'll keep it dry, and then put it in a plastic baggie and take all the air out. I doubt it will work, but who knows? I might get lucky. I'll have to buy another one. It's $8, but it just sucks that those caps do that. Okay, now before I do it, I'm gonna go get that red little compound from Thermal Grizzly. After I put the liquid metal on. Here goes the liquid metal. Just a little goes a long way. First put a little on, spread it around, and see how far it goes. You want to do both the CPU itself, which I'm doing there, and underneath the IHS that's going to be touching the CPU itself. Kind of want to make it the side, make sure you cover all the areas. You don't want any hot spots on the CPU. As you can see, I'm kind of going over it. I like it to kind of look like a puddle, so you'll see me here in a minute putting on more to kind of make it almost like it blends together where you can't actually see that you rubbed into it. So now you can see I'm kind of drawing out that section of it again, getting a little more. I'm going to need a little more on there. So I'm going to get some more liquid metal here. Like I said, but it still pertains to all the other CPUs, a lot of these steps. You might just have different ways of delidding the CPU a little bit, depending on what platform you're using, but in all, putting the liquid metal on, cleaning up, using the gasket thing, you can do this for all of them. And like I said, with this gasket, you don't have to worry about it leaking out as much. And there you go, TG Shield. That's what we're going to use for the conductors that are going to be close by the IHS, just to make sure they don't get ruined. So as you can see, there's 3 little dots over there. I'm going to put them right, boom, just like that. They're covered now. And now I'm going to put a little bit more liquid metal on both sides. I almost forgot that stuff. I almost didn't think I was going to use it, but I remembered I bought it and I hadn't used it yet. That's why. Here we go. We're going to color that IHS up with some more liquid metal to make it all nice and shiny. The same shape as the CPU, basically. That one right there doesn't have to be as thick, but you do want to put some on there where it is wet of the IHS. The CPU is what you want to kind of almost look like a uniform puddle, where it almost looks like it's just a really shiny CPU with no like paste marks, and like a paintbrush, you know, kind of looks like a puddle of water sitting on top there. But this one's fine. As long as it's shiny and nice, then you should be good on the IHS. Too bad they don't make these IHSs more for the new models of CPU. Those copper IHSs really just add character to your build. Even though you can't see it, you know it's there and it's cool. And copper is really good at conducting, so just having a whole thing, like you can see I put another dot on. I want to make this look like a nice puddled mirror. So when I put this on now, it's going to look like a nice puddled uniform mirror puddle. Oh yeah, looks really nice now. And I'll just use the rest of it so it doesn't go to waste and put it back on the CPU. And then I'm going to clean that spudger later. You can reuse those with isopropyl alcohol. Just kind of dip it in there, clean it off with a paper towel, just kind of plot it. And that little tool right there will be able to be reused again later. I've reused that tool 7 times, so that's how I know. So I know this. And this CPU was reaching in the 90s. And now it's going to hold it up perfect in there. Awesome. And then this tool is going to cut on. It's going to hold the CPU so it glues it perfectly and sits and doesn't move with the perfect amount of pressure. So I'm locking, only needs 2 of those bolts in, because I'm making basically a hamburger with that thing. It's gonna hold my hamburger top on. I'm gonna tighten those 2 side ones, and then that middle one is what's gonna push down on the IHS and keep it to that board. So I'm gonna screw that one down now, until it gets nice and firm. Now I can just let this dry now. I usually let it dry overnight, and I'm doing this late at night too, so either way, but it should be good in the morning. Now I can put that anywhere in the house and I don't have to worry about it getting really damaged or anything. It's like it moves around, it's all locked tight in there, and I can just put it in there. But hey, I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my videos. As you can see, there are the PCBs underneath there, all protected so they're not getting damaged. But hey, I make these videos for you guys, so I hope you and your family are having a rockin' and rollin' day. And peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one. And also, temperatures after this were in the 58 at most, with 100% CPU load on a Core i7 7700K. Think on that. Pretty good. Love liquid metal. It's worth it if you know what you're doing, and if you're not scared, practice with the lower CPU if you want to. But yeah, I hope it. I'll catch you in the next one.